Ladies and gentlemen, it is becoming very apparent that nowhere you go, nowhere that your children want to go is a safe place. As even Comic Con, you know, the place where all the nerds and people dress up like characters from animes and movies and video games go to just have fun, buy merchandise, buy art, things like that, has been involved with a sex trafficking sting. Let's just get right into it. We're going over here to NBC San Diego. Comic-Con trafficking sting results in 14 arrests. Now, I personally cosplay. Here's a few pictures of me cosplaying, right? It's very fun. It's very fun to be in a costume and, you know, be this character for the day and meet friends who also like to be these characters and talk to people who are gamers, like anime, like video games, like movies. It's awesome. And to see something this horrific happening at a Comic-Con, something that's very close to me, kind of hurts. Something very close to a lot of my friends. I've sent this to my friends. They think it's crazy. One of my friends that got me into cosplaying at Comic-Cons, I've sent to them, and this is absolutely bananas that nowhere is safe. Nowhere you go is safe. Anywhere you turn, you can be kidnapped and taken and sold to someone for very evil purposes, right? An anti-human trafficking sting at last week's San Diego Comic-Con International resulted in 14 arrests of people seeking to purchase sex and the recovery of 10 potential sex trafficking victims. There we go. Authorities announced Wednesday. The operation involved law enforcement officers working undercover as sex buyers in order to identify traffickers and victims, as well as the posting of fake advertisements soliciting sex. From Thursday through Saturday, 14 alleged sex buyers were arrested and 10 victims recovered, including one who was 16. They're starting with the little ones. Leave them alone, bro. According to the California Attorney General Office, which said support services were provided for the victims. Very good. Unfortunately, sex traffickers capitalize on large-scale events such as Comic-Con to exploit their victims for profit, California Attorney General Rob Bonta said in a statement. Yeah, Comic-Cons are huge. I've only been to local Comic-Cons, and even then, they've had like thousands of people. It is very hard to navigate. It's like elbow to elbow, you know, and I'm walking around here with this big Doctor Strange cloak and doing like magic spells and stuff, and I can't even barely move. You're smelling stinky armpit nonstop. You know, it's not a good place, and it's definitely not a good place. What the heck am I saying? It's not somewhere that should be for trafficking. Nowhere should be for trafficking, obviously, but that's not a place you would ever expect to go and have to deal with these kind of situations. Our world is only getting worse somehow. The operation was conducted by the multi-agency San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force, composed of federal and state law enforcement agencies and prosecutorial offices. Everyone is in disguise. It's like Halloween. They feel like they're invisible. Marissa Agate, the director of the Bilateral Safety Corridor Coalition, told NBC7. This is very true. Comic-Con is one of those places where like people are super in character. They got masks on. They got their face did up. They got big full body suits. You know, I seen someone cosplayed as Pyramid Head from from Silent Hill. It was freaking fire. But imagine Pyramid Head. You know, they could be. Who knows what's under that mask? It could be somebody drugged, somebody getting kidnapped. The world is dangerous. It's scary. Ugarte is cheering on the 35 to 50 undercover officers with the San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force working Comic-Con daily to make so many arrests. Find the buyers or predators. Of the 14 people arrested for me, was like, yeah, 10 women, one of them just 16. The rest in their 20s and 30s were liberated from the traffickers in the operation. Thank goodness. Ugarte's organization will be caretaking of these adults. We do crisis intervention, case management, we find them jobs, housing, and everything. San Diego ranks 13th for human trafficking among large cities. Bonta says he's working sex trafficking cases in the area all year around. Y'all know how horrible it feels making my content? You know, I've been covering Chris Tyson, Dr. Disrespect, freaking Kai Cenat's cameraman. This stuff is depressing. Imagine dealing with that all year round, and not only just covering it like from reading things online. You have to talk to these people and look at them and see the sadness in their eyes and try to understand. And it's not a feeling anyone can ever understand unless if you obviously have been in that predicament, which I would never wish on anyone. It's horrible. It's scary. It's vile. We will detect you. We will dismantle your operation. We will arrest you and hold you accountable. Let's go. 14 arrested face solicitation charges. In a statement to NBC7 on Wednesday's San Diego Comic Convention said, "Obviously, we find this very disturbing, and while we're not made aware of this operation, it is our understanding that the arrests were made outside of the event. We work closely with a variety of law enforcement entities throughout the year and stand ready to assist in any way we can." For someone whose organization takes credit for liberating more than 3,000 victims since its creation in 2005, Ugarte calls this Comic-Con sting a success. "This is a big number on one operation," Ugarte said. And now, great news is that it wasn't at the actual Comic-Con. It was behind the scenes involving the Comic-Con. And luckily, all of the women were freed. Luckily, all of the criminals have been arrested and taken care of, rightfully so. But as a reminder, you all, just be safe, be careful. If you have young people out there, even, if you just have friends who are a girl, friends are women, they're very, they're going to go to Comic-Con dressed up like freaking Poison Ivy or Harley Quinn. They want to have their little butt cheeks hanging out. It is what it is. But be very careful, because people are going to see this and they're going to say, well, I can kidnap this person. I can take this person and I can sell them to someone very wealthy. And we've seen enough movies, very sad movies, very sad documentaries that showcase what many of these people go through, what many of these women have to deal with, and how their lives probably will never ever go back to what it was. And that can happen as something as what you would expect to be safe and fun as a Comic-Con. Again, a place where nerds all go to just hang out, make friends, socialize, meet some celebrities, take some silly little pictures, dress up as freaking My Little Pony characters, Chris Chan, Sonichu, whoever they want to be. That's not even safe anymore. Nowhere is safe. It's scary, because at this point, it's like every time I refresh Twitter, every time I look at Drama Alert, I'm waiting to see who is the next celebrity, who's the next YouTuber that I grew up watching that is talking to a little person, talking to a minor, DMs get leaked that they're, making people sign NDAs and doing all kinds of freaky deaky creepy stuff like Vince McMahon, someone I've grown up watching on WWE. This world is very, very, very scary. Either way, let me know what you guys think of this nonsense, shenanigans. Thankfully, again, everyone was arrested, every woman was freed, but it's still nonsense that this is a real story. This is like something out of The Boys, but it's real. Let me know down below. Share the video, subscribe. I'll see you all very soon. Hopefully not about something as horrible as this anytime soon, because, again, very horrible. This sucks. Stop being evil.